So what I'm going to do is quickly configure it, run it, and see the results in front of your eyes. Okay, we'll set the exit criteria as well, just one, and then we'll see how it runs. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly set those emails. So help me out with these emails. So I think those Harsh test, I think those emails were good ones to actually use. So I utilized one of them. In fact, a couple
Yes.
of them
Yeah,
over here.
that would work.
Internal practice, Harsh test, telecom.
Yes, so there. So is there any other email? Because I wanted three of them. In fact, more than three. Is there anyone, any
Inside deep,
Go to deep folder.
deep? Okay,
double click on the folder.
it's taking some time. Yes,
Geo,
these are also
Geo
good
one.
ones.
Yeah, Geo one.
So let's all. I think it's already there. Yes. I'll click yes. Then I'll click another one for. I'll choose this one, the harsh ones, 1, 2, and 2B.
It's an internal practice.
Oh yeah, internal practice, but it's not deep. It's harsh and it's telecom. Yeah. Okay, so I'll use email first one, first path. Done. I have to make changes in this configuration as well to make it 1 minute, just to show the real results in the real time. Otherwise, we have to wait for a couple of days. I'm assuming everybody is understanding what I'm trying to do over here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
In that, I would also require a data extension with a couple of more email addresses. So one, I'll add mine for mine. I'll add one of you guys. If you're online, you can select the other one. So I've done this. Then do we have any other emails to look at? Let's try and do it for now with this ones.
No, we have only three right now. You can
Okay,
use
no
the
worries.
same email, I guess.
Yes, let me do that. And then 2 minutes, 2 minutes. This one as well, 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever the case may be. Okay, this is okay. I need to engagement split is, I'll set it as open. Okay, so this is configured, this is configured. Okay, let me configure this one as well. Again, this one for open. Done. So this is, if it's somebody opens it, it goes this path. If somebody doesn't open it, goes this path. And somebody opens over here. Okay. Let me use same the ones, but then I'll change the subject. Okay. So internal practice. Harsh test was it? Yes. Another 2 days. That's it. Yeah, close to Friday. Okay, delivery option, message configurations. Where do I actually edit message selection, edit properties? I want to actually change the subject line. I hope you can do it from here. Check. Take me back there. Okay, let it be. We need to put some brains as to which kind of data extensions I need to choose, because in order to see the results in front of you, you need to be specific. 3, 4 users. Okay, we are done over here. So all the emails are configured now. We have got this 1 minute, 1 minute. Is anything over here which is not configured? I think everything is there apart from data extensions. Everything is set in the journey now. And I have saved it as well. Then I'll go to data extension, select the data extension. Okay, I need to configure the data extension first to my need. So what I need to do is basically all the subscriber, let's say we have 3, 4 different email addresses, all of them will actually go and get an email first. Then let's say I'll send three. Okay, three. I will not open it, and I'll ask one of you whose email ID would be there to open it. So we'll see the contact will enter this side. The other contact, that is me, will enter this side. And then again, I'll get, after 1 minute, I should be getting an email, not 1 minute, just after that, I'll get an email. And based on that, again, if I open it, so I should enter this path. I should get this email again. So I will traverse this path. So that means I'll be getting email, this one, second email, and third email. First time I won't open it, second time I will open it. For you guys, whoever email IDs I'll add, he will get one email, absolutely, and then you open that. So you'll get this one. That's it, 2 email, and then you should exit the journey. So that's your path, and that will be my path. Okay, I'll build a data extension around that. Okay, anyone has faced the problem which I'm actually facing for past couple of days? In email studio, I'm not able to access data extensions. I have to go to contact builder. Has anybody faced a similar issue?
No,
No.
we can
You are able
Well,
to
we can choose from subscriber option here, there only.
So yeah, it till afternoon I was trying it, nothing was happening. It's just like that. The screen was coming, nothing was happening over here. Then I had to
Okay.
actually go to contact builder. So I'm opening in a separate screen, the contact builder option. See, still nothing has happened on this side. So
Yeah.
on contact builder, I was able to access the data extensions. I don't know whether you guys were facing the same one. I'll again do all subscribers again. I've done it. I'll refresh it if you want, but I was not able to access it. So
We
I
haven't
thought,
tried.
is it
We
me only?
haven't tried yesterday.
Okay, just try it out. In Email Studio, are you able to access data extension from Email Studio?
Mhm.
Again, see data extension, that Email Studio one only. This is, and nothing is opened. I've refreshed it again. So probably we wait again. But this is me over here. So I was just wondering, is it my internet connection or something to do with that? But it doesn't look like. See, still hasn't opened. It's blank. So I'll again put, let's say, data extension. Click over here. I'll wait again, but nothing is happening. Okay, so which was the first one? Did I delete mine? This product test customer data. Let me see. I think this is the one that I should use with one email ID. There's no record. Okay, let me add 3 records. Let's say. Okay, this is my record. Okay. Oops. No, I won't cancel it. Add another record. Marvel. Shall I put your name? That's how you pronounce it, isn't it?
Yes, Pankaj.
Can I have your ID, please? Oh, you just gave it to me. Is it the same one, Jinay? J-I. Yeah, same one.
No,
Yep.
no, you can. Okay,
Email mom and ks.net.
Pankaj, you put my name as a Marvel. It's a Margil, Margil.
Okay. So I asked you. See, that's how you pronounce it, no? So I'll correct it. Margil. I said Marvel. Okay. Margil, correct? Or
Yes.
okay. See, I would require one more email ID. By the way, I was thinking it's been like what, seventh, eighth day that we are interacting. So we should have a look at each other. I mean, I haven't seen you. Probably you guys have seen me a bit. So I would enable my webcam for a while. So is there a possibility that you can actually, I can see you guys as well? It will be easier for me to relate. Is there a possibility for you guys?
Yes. We have a
Yeah.
webcam.
Yeah, we can
Who's
try.
the third one? Who's the third one? Come on.
Right. Hanan, Hannan.
So Hanan, correct? Spelling?
Say double N
Nnan.
A N.
Double N-A-N, correct? And you gave me some ID.
Yeah,
Rajan
This is the other
Nnan.
one. Shall I use this?
you could use hannan.s@insightglobal.com.
Hanan.s at the rate insight.
Insightglobal.com. Yeah, global
ENSIGHTGLOBAL, correct?
.com. Yeah.
.com. Okay, so that's our data extension that is ready. Okay, fingers crossed. So I'll choose this data extension over here. Why it's only showing two? Customer record comes. Okay, good. I got reminding of this best practice. Don't use the same data extension on two journeys. Okay, that's not a recommended best approach. So if this is the data extension on which on journey number one is working, don't use this as an event entry source in another data extension. Don't do that. Okay, system will flag it. Even if you try to do that, system will flag it. So as a best practice, thankfully I got reminded. So this is also that you shouldn't do. By the way, I've shared you that link for best practices. Okay, so you will find this over there as well. Okay, so this data extension is there. I need to schedule it, run once, select, done, save it, saved. Let's validate it. It will tell me if there is any error in terms of configuring this journey. So this all we spoke yesterday, but oh, great. So it says prepared for takeoff. So all good. So let me test that journey. Choose contact. So I'll choose this one, for example. Okay. Now let me choose the other one. Where is send type? Okay. Do not send message. Only 10 test messages. No, do not send messages. Test behavior. Okay, fine. Did select it. Okay, this one. Fine. Send type. Skip the message activity using the run test. Correct. So it won't send the message. That's what it means. It will won't send the message, but it will do the other activities. I'm just trying to see. I'm just reducing the screen size for a moment. Test behavior. No email send. Wait by duration skip. So it's not engagement, simulate engagement. Mix only general behavior. Okay, fine. So basically, it won't behave properly. It's just showing you the content. So I'm just wondering what that is the cancel. How do I actually initiate that? I'm not getting an option summary. Yes, start test. That's what I was wondering. See on the left hand side, the windmill is going. That means test is going on. Did something happen? I missed it? No, no. zero contact tested. Now I'll make it 100%. It might take a couple of minutes, so just keep an eye on the screen. Okay, see what it has done. Return to okay. Shit, it actually showed the path. Did you see that? No, you missed it.
Pankaj, which path that you are mentioning about?
Okay, so again I'll quickly run that. So what happened was we had pointed it to one contact. Okay, mark here and send type, do not send messages, test behavior. So this is all it will do. Email won't be sent, duration will be skipped because it won't wait. Split contact randomly, so it's not, it will, so then since there are no email send, it will split their engagement wala thing
Hello.
randomly. So that, so so right now what you can see on your screen is test contact, test journey running with a particular contact. So what will show you visualize in visualization format is how a contact journey will happen in a use case. So for example, I'm just giving you an example. By the time it's running, what's taking some time. So see, it might take this journey. My paths, just check my mouse. So this one, then it comes down and then goes, takes this path and comes back and completes it like this. This might take straight path linear. So system does it randomly, but just to show you how the contact journey might be. Okay. So let it
Mm-hmm.
be running, and I'll go into another tab and try and do something because it's taking more than expected. Or let me just cancel it and do it again if that is okay, because I don't want to spend too much time. I just wanted to show you how it looks like because you were not able to do any hands-on yesterday. So do not send messages, test behavior, that's okay. Summary, start test. Again, it has started. So hopefully it won't take that much time. And after that, what we'll do is we'll run that journey in the real format. So in the meantime, I'll just open another tab. Hopefully the contact journey will run. It had run once, but then since I closed this left side pane, the results went away. So see this page, we are still waiting on that email studio data extension part. It's taking more than expected actually. So if you see right now, I don't know if I return to draft, this will go away. So if you see this random test has taken this path. So there was an email number one which was received by everyone based on whether it was opened. If it was opened, it will take this path. If it was not opened, it will take this path. So it has randomly taken this path. See the green one. Can you see that?
Yes.
Green path. So that is the contact that I had pointed in test mode has taken this path. That is a total random selected by the system. But this to show you the results. So this was the contact that I had chosen. Okay.
Okay.
So now I will, anyways, it was saved. I'll save it and activate it. So this is version 1, and as soon as it is saved, I'll activate it. So it will be activated in just a couple of seconds. And once it has activated, now all the 3 email IDs which are mentioned in their data extension slowly and slowly will receive, all of 3 of them will receive email, this one, G_1, all of them. Now I'll ask Marvel, one of you, the 2 others, to actually open that email. I won't. So the
Yes.
ones who will be opening it will be taking this path, this one, linear.
I'll not be opening it, so I can go into the second path, I think. If
Okay,
that's
I thought I will take that longer route. So it has been activated now. Okay, so you can stop it if I want. But these are 3 records, all 3 of us. One is mine, other 2, and I'll over here. I'll as well open my email as well, so that I can see whether I have received that email or not. First one. It might take a couple of minutes to be honest, depending on sometimes bandwidth, sometimes traffic, but yeah, you will receive it. So, and as you can see, it's taking some time. But let's do one thing. Let's start talking about Automation Studio because this result will take some time. So let's start. In the meantime, parallelly, it's already 45 minutes. I had actually allocated 20-25 minutes for this. So we'll move on with Automation Studio, and after let's say half an hour, we'll come back and re-look at this journey. Correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
this will be better.
Yeah. Okay. So since you mentioned sizable chunk of the population over here has actually worked on Automation Studio. So I will talk about Automation Studio, but majority I want to talk about what is the difference between Journey Builder and Automation Studio. So in what cases we should use Automation Studio, in what cases we should use Journey Builder, like that. So what is the major difference according to your opinion? When I say opinion, based on your experience that you have in terms of using Automation Studio as well as Journey Builder. Any specific use case you want to mention? Anyone?
Normally, we use for the last 2 3 journeys I've worked on. I have used Automation Studio and Journey Builder hand to hand, but that was just for running SQL.
Correct. So, I mean, your answer actually, to be honest, I wanted to touch base just this point. Your answer is correct. As a best practice, not best practice, as enterprise scenarios, I've seen a lot of cases where Journey Builder and Automation Studio go hand in hand. So there's you won't be only doing Automation Studio or Journey Builder, you will be doing them together most of the cases. So a typical use case comes in a form of data comes from external source and stored in your location of FTP location. You get that data, you do some slicing and dicing of that data, because remember, Automation Studio is for heavy data lifting, slicing, dicing of data. So
Mhm.
a form of ETL, okay? And once it does the slicing and dicing, it basically sends the data and stores the data in some place, let's say a data extension. And from there on, that data extension is fed into Journey Builder to actually communicate with your subscriber or contact. Got it? So this is one of the very generic or most used use case in the enterprise world, wherein they both go hand in hand. You play with the data, heavy data with Automation Studio, and then at the end of the day, of course, you have to send the data to your subscriber. That's the whole objective of this marketing cloud. So now, once you want to connect with the contact via various channels, then you use Journey Builder. So that's the one of the optimum cases of Automation Studio. So understood the difference? Automation Studio and Journey Builder. Automation Studio is used for slicing and dicing of data, heavy lifting, or you want to do something in batch at once. Okay. And you don't want, in that case, you don't want any contact to enter the journey in the middle or something like that. So schedule is set, let's say 100,000 subscribers. You want to segregate it into two data extensions and then use those data extensions. In fact, we'll be doing that example. So let's take an example of 100 data extension with 100 subscribers. We will make an SQL query with which will slice the data into two data extensions, which is based on the attribute male or female. And then once the data is stored in two new data extensions, we'll be feeding those one of the data extension into one journey and playing that journey on that data extension subscribers. So that is the very good use case for that. Understood now. So what is the difference and where to use what?
Yes.
This linked web URL wherein it will talk in detail about when to use what, because they are like very complementary to each other. Okay, they work hand in hand to complete your requirement. So that's what Automation Studio is about. So what automation is? Automate any task or job that you have in hand. There could be different types of automations going around. Okay, so what could be a different type of automations? We'll see once we go on to the screen. But if you see the current screen,
Pankaj, I have a quick question here. If
yeah,
in case a journey is live and automation is live, then what sort of feature difference that you can explain to us in a better way that a journey can be very helpful for executing this type of task, or automation would be really helpful and well featured in terms of editing the subscribers data, changing any emails sort of things. And just wanted to make sure, wanted to understand that when and where a journey and automation is live, what
uh-huh.
is the main difference that both of the
Okay.
cases offering?
So if you want to, so for example, if you want to act on any engagement of that based on that engagement of your subscriber. So for example, if he wants to if he opens the emails, you want to take him to a different path, or if he doesn't, you want to take him to a different path. Journey Builder would be a good tool to do that. Although you can actually achieve this with the Automation Studio, to be honest, yes, but Journey Builder gives you more flexibility in terms of customized view, wherein you can do it with the help of clicks and just drag and drop intuitively. So in that case, like in our scenario I told you, so I have a data extension for 100 people. Okay, you want to slice the data into two data extensions on which you want to target only male customers. You have master D 100 subscribers which has got both male and female. You use Automation Studio to slice and dice that data to make two data extensions. One contains male, other females, and then that one data extension which contains female. You use it as an event entry source to actually target in your journey. So the basic crux of things is whenever you want to do customer specific, or sorry, contact specific things, and you want to see that journey how it is passing through, and you want to actually don't want to sorry, you also want to enter it at any point in the journey, then journey builder is more utilized. But if you are doing anything in terms of extracting the data, in terms of segregating the data with the help of SQL queries, then in that case any batch processing data to data, you should use Automation Studio. So like an SQL queries, not everybody can write great SQL queries. You got to be a developer to write SQL queries. So in that case, our Journey Builder gives you a good options of actually configuring those instead of actually writing code against that. Since I'm not a developer, for example, I'm a marketer, I'm not a developer, so I'll be preferring custom pick, out of the box pick these tools to complete that journey rather than actually creating something, writing some queries in Automation Studio and doing that. So that is a major difference. If you want, we can actually also, if you have a particular use case, we can actually talk about it as well. But I hope I'm clear by now. Yeah.
Yes, Pankaj, pretty much pretty much things are clear. But if in case I want to change subscriber list, then it would be really easy in Journey Builder to edit, or it would be really easy for editing it into Automation Studio.
So what is your
When and
business
where
use case? I didn't understand.
let me just give you one example of it. When and where
Mhm.
a journey is live and I want to change 10 of the subscribers from the data extension, so can we do it on through Journey Builder?
So so you have, for example, the event entry source is a data extensions, which is
Right.
already live, and then you want
Yes.
to make a change on top of it.
Right.
Why would you do that, first of all? I mean, just out of curiosity, is there a use case for that?
uh, 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 the reason being must be the behavior change in the customer journey. So we just
Mhm.
build a different journey, but now we wanted to land it on a different path. So that's why
Mhm.
we just wanted to make sure that now this is not the right audience for giving this sort of service or sort of things. So we just wanted
Mhm.
to remove those 10 subscribers from the journey or something
Mhm.
like that. I'm just trying to explore things on this. If in case in
Okay.
future client is coming on it and they have one automation is going on live daily basis, and they
Mhm.
want some changes in the subscribers, so can we do that, or we have to go into Journey Builder and a live journey and we have to change the data extension from there?
So, I mean, if I've got your use case, so let's say out of those 100 subscribers, 10 subscribers did something based on which you want to change and make them, let's say, get away from that data extension or that journey, exit that or whatever, correct?
Yeah, yes.
So you should use in that case Journey Builder. So I'll take an example of what you said, trying to extrapolate it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So let's say those 10 subscribers out of 100, I think we were speaking about this example yesterday. Out of 100, 10 of them, for example, don't click on an email, for example. Yeah. And you want to just remove them out from a data extension so that next time they are not contacted. Correct? It could be a
Yes,
plausible, yeah,
similar
could be
thing.
a
Yeah,
plausible use
similar
case.
thing.
Yes, so
Yeah.
absolutely. Journey Builder could be utilized for doing that. Yeah.
Okay, so can we do it in automation?
Automation, if you want to do it in automation, let me just think. So what activity would you use? No, so if during the running time, no. So in automation, if you journey is running, so for example, in the same use case, if 100 subscribers are there and you send an email to them, out of them 10 didn't open that email, and you want to make sure next time they don't enter it. So until the automation batch is completed, you cannot do anything in that automation.
Right.
Okay, in the meantime, has anybody got the email? Because I can see these are three emails are passed.
No, Pankaj, I have still not received the email.
Same here. Even I haven't actually received the emails. I was actually wondering because it says three over here. I think it's because of probably today the internet seems to be playing tricks with us. So I think I'll just check once and we'll move on. Okay, so we'll leave it the journey builder stuff over here. Hopefully it works for itself later on. See, this is still not open. Remember,
Pankaj,
I told you subscriber.
Yes.
Yes, tell me.
Pankaj, I have a question. What if I choose a data extension and make the journey live, and if the data extension is about the subscribers, correct? And if someone joins that list later on, would
Mhm.
they be enrolled in the journey? That is, my basic question is that the data extension that we are that you are used in a live journey, are they dynamic or static?
So it depends on what settings that you have. So remember, I had touched base upon a point of journey data and contact data. So
Mm.
remember, there was something concept that's called journey data and contact data. So if which is journey data is actually keeps on changing, and if you choose a contact data which is absolute, so nothing happens until unless it comes out of it. So over there, this will be a good fit if you choose that as a contact data because
Journey
so the
data,
data.
right? Contacted is
Oh, sorry,
absolute.
sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that will come in handy over here.
That setting is while creating a data extension, correct?
Correct. So you can use
Okay.
that journey settings. Remember, not in journey settings. Okay. It was while creating that. No, not in journey settings. My bad. It was creating while creating the journey, not in journey settings.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Try it out. I told it
Oh,
yesterday, day before. Don't take anything on my face value. Okay. I've
yeah,
done it.
sure.
Yes, please try it out. And if the result varies, enlighten me as well. But this is how it should be solved. And for doing
Okay.
anything, there are multiple ways of doing it. So this is one of the way. So which I just came on top of my mind and told you. Something to do with this app journey is not working the way we are expecting. It's taking too much time. So I seriously don't know. But hopefully you will get some emails because I haven't got any emails and it says it's not evaluating the contact. So I'm just wondering is there something wrong with my journey? I'm not sure. But anyways, so it says 3 contacts have reached this journey, this stage over here. So that means that 3 emails should have been triggered by now, which hasn't been the case because I haven't received any email. So yeah, and if I go and select this journey, so what it says is no contacts evaluated. So I think there's something, I'm presuming something failed while entering the journey. See, contacts evaluated 0, nothing has been evaluated. So right now there's a discrepancy right now happening. So I'll just give it some more time and move on to my uh, automation
Pankaj,
studio.
can you try validating the journey and then save it and then maybe again activate it?
I did validate it. No, that's why I had done that process to be honest. So if I need to stop this journey and create a new version, that's what you're recommending.
No,
So this is his running mode. I cannot do anything in now. What I can, so see, this is if I need to stop, I need to create a new version to restart it. So if you want, I can do that. Let's try that. Anyways, we'll see this stop version. I'll stop. Okay. So this thing hasn't downloaded. So try it out. See, still not happening. So just try it out yourself and let me know if that is the case with you guys. Okay. Automation Studio. How does it look like? This is how it looks like. So on the left hand side, the folder structure is there. If you can see, there are in total 87 automations right now in the system. Again, as a best practice, please create your own folder structure, be it team wise, be it geography wise, depending on how you do that. But you create your own folder structure, and then that's where you store your automations or your team's automations, whatever the case may be. On the section, middle canvas, we have got all the automations that have been passed through. So if you see this one, this is what is the progress. It shows the progress as well if you hover on it, and the last run status when it was done last, whether it was completed, it stopped, or if you scroll down, there was an error in this case. It tells you all the details on this screen. So basically, it's a summary screen. And on the right hand side, if I select the whole week and update, see, these are all the summary of the last week. These are all the summary of automations that have gone through with their timings. See, this is the list. Can you see that? And if you click any one of them, it will take you directly to that particular automation. Okay. So this is how the landing page of our automation studio looks like. 3 sections: the folder structure, which is pretty common across marketing cloud. This is where all the current automations which are going or it has passed are listed over here. And on the right hand side, it will give you a summary if you select for a particular day, for a particular week. So that's pretty standard by the way. So, and of course, you can play around with different kind of settings, views and all. So if you change the view, you get different kind of views. So that's pretty standard and straightforward. So this is another view. If you see hover over here, you can run it from here if you want to. But yeah, how do I create an automation? So remember I told you there are two automations that we'll be covering in detail. One is your SQL queries, another one is your FTP file transfer. I think it was file transfer, not FTP. Let me check on that. So I will be doing the demos and hands-on those two specific type of activities, automation activities. We will cover in brief what all other activities are available out of the box for this automation studio, but typically we'll be doing work on that. So let's get on with that. I'll click on new automation. Okay, that's where automations are created. Okay, by the way, this is an overview page. There is another page called activities as well. So if you click on those activities. So this is basically, these are the core tasks or activities that happen inside the automation studio. So automation studio, you can see it's like a wrapper which runs these activities. Okay, so these are the core activities that will happen once automation studio or the machine runs, automation studio's engine runs. And these activities are of different types. So if you can see on the left hand side, and remember, not all of them might be enabled for you by Salesforce. So not necessarily this is the complete exhaustive list. Okay, so couple of them are pretty self-explanatory. To be honest, send email. You can send emails from this activity. This is a folder structure where the activities are stored. Again, recommended best practice, please use proper folder structure which imitates your organization. Then import file. This activity is utilized to import files from external service into external FTP environment into your marketing cloud. So if that is the case, you create this kind of activity and use it inside Automation Studio. Remember, Automation Studio is an engine which runs these activities in a serial way. Then you have got file transfer. File transfer is basically used for transferring files from one place to other, one location to other. If you want to do that, you can use this kind of activities. Data extract. So data extract is an activity with the help of which you actually extract the data from the system and use it for external purposes. So extract the data and use it for external purposes. The next activity that we will be covering in detail today as well is SQL query. SQL query is an activity which helps you to do slicing and dicing of data with the help of SQL queries. Everybody over here knows SQL and how to write SQL statements over here. Okay, so let's go over here, create an automation. I'll click on new automation. So this is the screen that opens. Okay, this is the nomenclature tab, so you should make it correct. Something is missing. SQL query, QUERY. Name it correctly. There are typically three tabs over here. First tab is a summary tab. So basically it gives you a summary of all the workflows that have run, the recent activities, once it is performed, and of course all the other properties about that particular automation. So it gives you that data. This workflow shows you the exact, it's just like an intuitive click and drag canvas as of a journey builder, but you can do batch smaller things over here. So this is again, you click it from, drag it from this side and actually use it over here to create the automations. And the last one is, which shows you the results. So once your automation has run, it will show, you can come and see over here for the log. So it might show error, it might show completed, it might show running, whichever the case may be. And of course, you can, based on that, you can actually deduce what went well, what went wrong. So that's how a typical page of a new automation looks like. So let's start with something. Okay, starting sources. There are two types of starting sources that can be configured over here. One is schedule, other is file drop. What is the difference and what does it mean? Anyone?
Scheduled one is you can schedule for particular time or particular day in which the automation will be starting. And file drop means once ever anything will be dropped on a FTP server, it will start running.
Correct. Okay, so what, as correctly mentioned, schedule and file drop. I mean, it's obvious that what it means. Schedule is you want to schedule it starting at a particular time, like for example, Labor Day. For example, a Labor Day campaign. So you want to start it at, let's say, when was Labor Day? Labor Day, I think first, yeah, first of oh no, whatever. When was that? Whatever. First, let's say 1st of October. So 1st of October, you start it on 8 a.m. 1st of October US time. So that is what you can actually schedule it. And file drop is something you the action get initiated because a file has been dropped at a particular location. So that initiates the whole action. So those are the two ways of starting this automation. Either you listen to a FTP location and then allow some files to be dropped over there and then initiate the automation, or you schedule it at an absolute time. Those are the two ways. Let's start with schedule and click on configure. Okay, so today is 25th. Okay, I'll configure a time. So right now it's, just make sure the time zone, be very aware of time zone. Okay, so right now it's 10:15, so let me put it at 10:30 for example. Okay, I've put it run once. You can do it regularly. Okay, if you can see that I'm doing it run once over here. I'll click on done. Keep on saving it, keep on saving it, and you can run this automation either for testing purposes once, or basically you can do it with the help of automation. So it runs over here at this particular time, 10:30. Next 15 minutes it will run automatically, or you can, for testing purposes, you can run it once as well. Okay, so I've scheduled it right now. Now what is the next activity that I want to do? SQL queries. Where is my sweet SQL query? I can't find it. Where is that? Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, so I'll drag and drop the SQL query activity over here. So now the presumption is I have already created an SQL query and saved it under activities at this stage. But since we haven't done it, we can create it from here as well. At this screen, we'll just choose it. Just like Journey Builder, emails are created, we configure it over here. But in this case, we will do it SQL query wise. Okay, so this is my folder. Okay, this is not the activity that I would like to show you. So I'll create a new query activity, correct? I'll click over here. So now from here again, I can create this activity. Just like in Journey Builder, if you're configuring an email, you can create it from that stage. So that is what I'm trying to do over here. Create a new query activity. I'll choose the correct appropriate folder for it. Okay, so this is the place where techies like it. It's more about the developers who will write SQL query. So what do you want to do? You have to write it over here in this query. Okay, so what I was thinking of doing was I will be writing a query to get those three records. So just bear with me. I'll explain you the content of it. Just bear with me. I think this was test customer data. Just let me check. Test customer data. Yes. Test customer data. Okay, so what I'm essentially saying is select everything, all the records from this table, test customer data. This is the table that I'm talking about. Okay, see, these are all the fields. You can actually double click it and it automatically appears on the right hand side. See, if I'm double clicking it, just to make sure you don't do any spelling mistakes. Okay, from, no, name is not populating, I thought. So this is the very simple format of an SQL query. It says that give me all the data from this table which I'm talking about, and then we can add some, I will add some validations to it later on. I'll validate the syntax. Yep, valid SQL query syntax. So syntax wise this query looks fine for me. I'll move on. Now at this stage, what I need to do is I need to actually point it to a particular data extension in which the data will go after getting filtered. So it will select all those three records, but I want to point it to another data extension in which it will go and store. Okay, understood? So this is the target data extension which I need to point it to. So now what I'll do is I will just quickly go over here. I'll click a duplicate and save it. So it'll get saved. So what I'm trying to do is creating an exact replica of the data extension from which I'm collecting the data, so that my data doesn't, there's no issue in terms of transfer of data. So that is why I'm trying to duplicate that existing data extension so that my work becomes easier. But in real life use case, it will be two different data extensions from which you are doing a SQL query on, and the target data extension. So this my data extension with the exact same attributes has been created. And if everything goes well and fine after this, records will be created. 3 records will be created inside this data extension with the help of this automation once it runs smoothly. So I will first of all go back just to make sure it fetches all the data next in the next screen. Is everyone following what I'm trying to do?
Can you just go through the below options which say the append, update, or overwrite?
Correct. Yes, yes. Just a minute. I'm just trying to select the one with that. Just give me a moment. Where is my data extension? I'm not able to see that. So it seems it's not picked it. So I think I have to go back, try and do it again. Hopefully it picks the newly created data extension this time. Yes. So this is the target one. So now there are three actions, three type of actions. This is something which is some similar to add. Okay, the first one append, or you update it. If you find the matching data, then you want to actually don't you want to update, or if you don't find it, you basically insert into that data extension. And of course the third one is override. Okay, those are the three options. So what essentially what I'm trying to say is, so for example, if I use update, what essentially I'm trying to say in my case, it's not actually relevant because the target data extension is empty. But if there is existing data, which generally the case is, then you might want to check update. If matching records is found, then it's okay. Otherwise, if not, then add it. So this would be a good case, but totally depends on your use case. Whether you just want to all the time overwrite it or all the time add to it. It totally depends on your use case. So this is the final screen in which it asks me to confirm everything, properties, the target data extension, and the SQL query that I wrote in this step number 2, and I finish it. Okay. So now, if you see on the left hand side, so in the middle, this one has been configured over here. Yeah.
Yep.
Now let me do, I wanted to show this as well, and then I will save it, of course. And now see, I've got the option, I've scheduled it, but it will start at 10:30 next, let's say 9 minutes. And what it'll do is it'll actually copy from that particular data extension 1 to data extension 2. So that is the query that I have written. You can do gazillions of things with the queries because it's control is in your hand, but for simplicity, this one, and I'll use another example as well. So let me do run once. What is the advantage of doing run once? Run once is for testing purposes. You want to do a run and see how it goes. And schedule will happen automatically at a particular time. In this case, 10:30. Let me do run once and show you. And if it is not correct, probably it will throw some error as well. So I'll pick what all activities I need it to actually run, test run rather. It gives you a confirmation. You want to double check. It just says same thing. Nothing. It's asking you to check. And I hope it's running. Then I need to go on to this activity tab, wherein I just need to wait for some time and try and refresh. If you can't wait and you're a person like me anxious, just keep on clicking and hopefully it works. Just wait for some more time because sometimes it takes a couple of more minutes to actually react. So couple of instances, what happens is I didn't get to know that whether it's running or not. I clicked on run once again and again. So I would like to, yes. See, can you see that status completed? So the activity has been completed. So it has picked from that data extension and run this SQL query activity and dump the data into the correct data extension. Let's go and validate whether we have got the correct thing done or not. I'll just go and refresh once and then I'll reach to my data extension. Data hasn't come over here. Sometimes take a couple of minutes, but since the records are very less, it shouldn't take that much time, to be honest. Either something went wrong or it's just completed. If you selected in run once, it says 100%. So on the left hand side, assumingly it went well, it shows the health, average runtime 18 seconds, the success rates 100%, failure. And if you want to have some notification settings set up, you can add the addresses over here, email addresses. You'll get notified after completion or if there is an error. All those kind of things can be activated over here. Okay. Now let's go and check.
Pankaj, is there a best practice on how many activities we can define under a single automation?
I think to be honest, I read it somewhere not more than 27. I don't know why this number is coming to my mind, but I think it's 27. But I can double check on that. Is there a best practice on maximum number of activities to be set? Yeah, I think 27 is the number that is coming to my mind.
And also, is there any reference material you have on the SQL languages, right, which can be used in day-to-day activities
Yes.
for
So yes, good question because I will. Have you heard of W3 schools?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, we have done.
Yes. So if you are starting off, it's a very good place. It gives you editor as well, so you can try out. So this could be one of the pages where actually I go because I am not a developer. I'm not a developer. So if I need to learn something quickly, for example, there's something I need to learn and talk about in HTML, I'll go over here and test, run, learn from it. The same goes with SQL over here in this as well. So try and use this one. This is a good site to start, to be honest. So that is the answer to your question. I'll add the link. Now we are here. So this is the query that I wrote actually. Select everything from a table name customer. Over there it was something different. Correct?
yep,
So, and I'll just quickly take you over here to this one, this query where. So where is basically putting some validation. So I want to select the records where name is equal to this, date of birth is equal to this. So specific, we are putting some validations in that query. So in the meantime, see what is happening. I don't know. It's taking too much time to load those data extensions for some reason. I just wanted to double check on that data extension because it says it's done. And has anybody worked on data views?
no,
Okay, this is the next topic that I want to cover under SQL queries. There are two things that you can do under SQL queries. One of the things I spoke about, other is data views. So we'll touch that. Yep, I think so. This is the one. Remember,
Yes.
target. So what has happened is three records are inserted, and those will be all those three records that we actually created in the previous one. See, all the data has been copied over here. So with the help of SQL queries, what I did was, yes, see, everything is there. I refresh. Now again, just for your information purposes, I will edit it, and what I'll do is I'll make it run. Okay, 10:30. No, anyways, it will run again. I'll just
It is on.
quickly clear. What happened?
It is
Pankaj,
on.
it's 10:30 p.m. CST, so it's gonna run tomorrow morning 7 a.m.
CST was it? I thought IST was it. Oh, oh, sorry, my bad. Thanks for pointing that out. I will quickly go to where is my settings? 5:30. Okay. Yeah, 10:30. Okay, now it's fine. Once. So I will save it. I will activate it. Okay. So in the background, it will run in next 2 minutes. And what it'll do is it'll do the same activity in automation way. So I've cleared this data extension. If you see on, I've just cleared all the data from this, all three records which are dumped. Now the automation will run and it will dump that record. So just show another flavor of it. That's it. So this was one of the queries that I wanted to run. Let's in the background create another query with some clauses. So what, just for everyone, SQL, what is structured query language? Everything in the database is stored in the form of, if it is stored properly, it's stored in the form of table, just like an Excel sheet. So try and visualize it as an Excel sheet where data is stored. Now, if you want to actually retrieve data from that table, this is, for example, this is the table. Yeah, just like looks like Excel. This table, you want, if you want to retrieve the data, you need to use some structured language in which system or the database understand. That is nothing but sales structured query language. It was always as for Salesforce for us guys. So it's SQL. So SQL is a way in which we retrieve data from these tables, okay, from the database. That is the way. And of course, just like any language, SQL also has its own syntax, just like Java and C, C++. They have different syntax. Even SQL has different syntax. And one of the way of doing it is basically I wrote one query. Remember, select asterisk. Asterisk means all. So as the name suggests, select asterisk from everything. I'm just giving a small fresh refresher to the people who are not introduced to tutorial. So if you feel you are above this, please let me know. I won't spend time on this. Yeah. So if I go to w3schools.com, select asterisk from customer. Let's say the name of the table is customer, in which the customer data is stored. Select asterisk all the data from all the columns. So basically columns from the customer. If I click over here, I can try it. So that is what I was saying, that I'm just having quick 5-10 minutes refresher of what SQL is and how it can be utilized. So if you guys are aware of it, please let me know. I won't spend that much time on it. But if you aren't, then just tag along. In the meantime, I just wanted to see this automation has already
Go into details because we are not well versed with it.
Sorry,
We are not very well versed with it, so I think it would be better if we could go delve into the details.
SQL. I mean, I'm afraid SQL I cannot cover in detail because it was not a part. Since you said you guys are not aware, so I'll give you some basic idea of what it is, so that you don't get lost in my translation of SQL activities. So if that is the case, you want that. I mean, just figure it out. I mean, I don't know, to be honest, what to say in this. If you want to have a SQL session on that, because I can help you with some basic things, but SQL session is something which is not in scope. I cannot help you with that. Sorry.
I think a basic overview would be great, so
Yes,
that
so that is
you
what I'm trying to give you 5, 10, 15 minutes of overview so that you understand and you're not lost in when I say something. Well, like if I talk about a clause, you're not lost about it. And then of course, this site is really helpful actually. Yeah,
okay.
I'm just quickly checking on my automation, which should run by now. Contact builder. Just give me a moment. I'll check it over here. If my that automation that was supposed to run at 10:30 has run properly or not. So say it says, see, there are two activities that have run. So it was run once, first time that we did it, and now this is the second one. So it has also completed. Okay, within 3 minutes it seems. So that was a basic SQL query activity that we did it in Automation Studio by run once or automation. Yeah, that was one part of it. I'll just quickly tilt towards SQL part, and then we'll see, because I also need to complete data view. So then we'll see about it. So as I was talking about, I'm not sure did you guys missed my conversation, but what is SQL? So all that in databases, the data is stored in the form of table. Okay, a table structure is, yes, a table is typically table. Customer table looks like this. Just have a look. So you might have seen it. So in all the databases, the table data is stored in the form of, sorry, table, and this and you need to find a way to retrieve that data. How do you do that? One of the ways is to use SQL query, structured query language. It's a language just like Java and C and C++. It's a language and it has its own syntax. You have to do nothing but learn that syntax in order to use that. And once you have learned the basic construct or tags, or sorry, uh, keywords of that, then it's all about using logic and playing with that. Okay. So for example, if I wanted to extract uh, all the data from this table, what would be my query have been? Select
Select
asterisk.
asterisk
Correct.
from demo database.
From, let's say, for
Dem
example, the name of the table is customer, for example, or
from
demo
customer.
database. Yeah, so the select asterisk from customer.
Customer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So asterisk means all the columns of this, and customer is the name. So this is what we did in, so select asterisk from customers. See, asterisk, the blue ones are the keywords, SQL keywords. You cannot reuse them for your purpose. So these are already reserved, you cannot use that. So if I write this select asterisk from customers and run, it should give me the data. See, all 91 records are retrieved for this one. Now let's move ahead to the next step. So this is all the data. Now let's say you want data only customer names, only customer name. So you use this.
Select customer name from customer.
Yes. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah. I thought I wanted to put comma as well. So only first column, customer name column, have been retrieved from the whole table. See the results. And you can also use comma. What was the other? I forgot. Customer ID was it? I think I'm not sure. Was there customer ID as well? Let me check. Yes.
Yes.
You can use couple of columns of data. See, now you have got vertical validations over here. So only customer name and only customer ID will be populated from customers. Now, what if you want to have horizontal validations? Only these two records you want, for example, or all these top 10 records, let's say of any database, top 10 records. So there are different uh, keywords to be used over here. So that will help you to do that. So let's go over there. So for example, one is where clause. Where clauses helps you to fetch the data records which you want only. So like for example, you only want to fetch the data from a table, customer table, where one of the attributes over here is let's say city is Berlin, for example. Okay, you only want to fetch the data of the customers who reside in Berlin. So what the SQL query will begin? Select, let's say, customer name and contact name. Let's write it out over here. Select customer name and contact name from customers, same table, where. So now where is the keyword over here? Okay, see it became blue. So that means it's a keyword. Where city
City equals to Berlin.
Equal to Burnley.
equal to, or I thought it was only equal to. Let's see. I get confused in sometimes. Let's see. We'll figure it out.
Same.
Yeah, it worked the same way. So city is Berlin. So it seems there is only one customer whose details are this, who resides in Berlin. City is Berlin. So this is one of the where clause which helps you to segregate the records horizontally. So you can select certain number of records only. Okay. And if you want to do select certain columns, then you can put it over here before this. Select columns from table where city equals Berlin. It could be anything. Like if I go into my database, it could be like postal code equals to this one, or country equals to UK, like that. So anything could be possible once you start using these. Let's say we put country. Was it country? What was that? Yeah, country equals COUNTRY. Just make sure the spelling mistakes. Spellings are very crucial. UK. So these are so many customers which are residing in country called UK, and this is their name. So understood. So this is the one of few basic constructs. Select, asterisk, where. Now there can be n number of things once you start doing it. So a couple of things that might come in handy for you in terms of SQL queries. So if I see on the left hand side, you should start from top and go deeper and deeper. Okay. So you should start from top. So we did home. In home we said basic one, select asterisk from customers. And this is the exercise panel. So you can actually start writing it and actually testing it over here. Let me see if there is anything right now. This is the history of it. This is syntax. You have to put semicolon after SQL statement. In Salesforce Marketing Cloud, you don't have to. So that is a small difference. We are using it in Marketing Cloud, but over here you have to end it with that. Yeah, these are some SQL commands. Select, update, delete, insert into, create database. I mean, these are kind of self-explanatory. You select certain records, you update certain records. These have their own nomenclatures, sorry, syntax, but these are few of the commands that is used generally. We were using select, remember? Select asterisk from customers. You can do update. So you can use update, for example. Select, update into table, update the customer name where in the table customers where city equals Berlin, for example. So what you are essentially doing, writing into the database. Select is fetching or view, updating is actually writing into that database. This query will help you to command will help you to write something into the database. Select is generally for fetching the data. We will be primarily using select, but update is also can be used. So this is step-by-step guide. We spoke about already select distinct. Okay, distinct, these are again keywords. The more you'll use, the more you'll get to know. Distinct is individual, not duplicate records. So it'll give you non-duplicate records. Simple. See it, they have used count. Those are commands. The more you'll learn, the more you'll use. It'll give you distinct country count. So let's say there were 5 distinct country in that table. Count is, it'll give you 5 number as a result. Hello.
Yes, Pankaj, we can hear you now. We can see your screen, but your voice was
Okay.
not.
Okay. I actually took a break, so it was intention. Sorry. Okay, just a joke. So yeah, so we were talking about. So we tried this query count. So the more you start learning and using these your keywords or commands in Salesforce, sorry, again it came Salesforce in SQL, the more you learn about it. See, we spoke about this where clause. Okay, order by. If you want to sort things, you use order by. So column 1, you select all these columns and you order by column 1 2, ascending or descending. Okay, so these are all the keywords that you should actually use. Insert, if you want to insert into, if you want to update, and okay, it's a bit different, but yeah, something like operator you can use. So you can fetch the records based on certain pattern. So if you can see, select column 1, column 2 from table name where column like a pattern. It's like a pattern. So it'll give you a way to actually find. So like where customer is like A, starts with A, is like ends with A. So these are handy wherein you don't know the exact spelling, but you know it starts with A like that or ends with it, or this or word comes in any middle place like that. Yeah, these are different ways of doing it. So let's use this one as example right now and help it out. Select let's say what is the column, what column, customer ID. Let's see, customer ID from table name is customer, where column, where let's say I'll use city, like pattern, or pattern I have to, let's say what should I write, come on, some advice. It starts with, let's say, use this one. So you, let's say you, we'll figure it out if it works or not. Oh, there's an error, I
I
think.
think the spelling of city is not good.
The city is, hey, who's laughing? Is it you, are you guys laughing on my SQL query? Is it?
No, no, no.
What happened? Is there a joke? Share with me.
No, actually there is a celebration going on the floor, so
Yeah, today is
everyone,
Chintan's birthday, right? That's why.
yeah,
Oh, Chintan's birthday celebration is going on.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure then you wouldn't have understood a single word of SQL. Then your minds
No,
are there. Basically
yeah,
here,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you're basically over here, but then okay.
You
Uh,
can write, you can have the percentage after the U, it will fetch you, okay?
okay, after the U. That's what I did, no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This was the issue. There were two queries over here. No such table customer. It was the name of the table, yeah. I thought it was customer. Customer, customers. S. Okay. Yes. No results. There's nothing like this. What is the city is like? What else I can do? Let
Country,
me.
can you just change the city to country?
Nani.
We've got one result by the way. So
Yes.
87. So customer ID. Customer. Let me select customer name over
Right.
here. And it. So this is the person. So see, what I've done is I want to select this column, customer name, from this table where city is
Like
likes you,
you.
ends at the end of with you. So what was
Okay.
that? You UK? नहीं, you से क्या आएगा? I was like, okay, what is their data? Anyways, whatever the case may be, not our concern. So this is like, then there are different syntax on the left hand side if you see, and then you come to something which is very complex of joining of those two tables. So in the relationship, so if two tables are there by foreign key, okay, a table contains a primary key. Is anybody aware of primary key and foreign key concept? Okay, so just a glimpse. Any table has a particular primary key. A column has to have a unique primary key so that you can identify individual records from it. When I say individual primary key, it could be, for example, customer ID. Remember in our automations, we did use in data extensions rather. Let me just refresh and show it to you. There's a particular field which is always there as a primary key. Primary key is the unique, by the help of which you can uniquely identify a particular record. That is a primary key. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is a foreign key? Foreign key is the relation of that this table's record into another external tables record. So basically, if customer ID is existing in customer table and in product table as well, same customer ID, then that customer ID would be foreign key for the other table, or product ID would be the foreign key for this table, like that, the relationship. But these are some database concepts. I think you should actually read a bit about it. That will be helpful. Which was this target? Yes. So if you see again, it's because of the automation, I was able to insert these three records in this data extension. So I did it run once and automation. Okay. So I was talking about primary key. I'll just quickly show you. See, this table has customer ID as the primary key. This is the primary key sign. If you hover over it, it will show you primary key. Okay. So this is one of the concept of database table. So in this case, I was talking about what is the primary key. If I just simply write select all from select asterisk from customers, see customer ID. So customer ID most likely would be a primary key over here because it's unique for all the records, correct? And that's how you'll identify. So if I say, for example, where customer ID is 4, I'll get only one record. I shouldn't get more than one record. That is the primary key. Okay. So
Yes.
this is the concept, basic concept of SQL and the clause. I mean, if you want to learn more, it's up to you. This is a good site, w3schools.com. You can actually play it around over here. The best part is you can actually start doing hands-on as well in the same way. So, and start at least do couple of them. I would say till joins. If you want to do before joins, joins is fine. Joins is utilized to actually extract data from multiple tables at the same time, two tables. Okay.
Can you show
So
us
if you
the
do,
example of join, Pankaj?
sorry.
Can you show us the example for join?
So okay, so what in our use case, what could be a join is I should where should I show you? I wanted to relate it to what we are doing.
Mhm.
So test customer data, test product. Okay. So these are two tables which are existing. I'll just duplicate it. Come on. So this is one test customer data which has got customer ID, one table. Okay. And this is another table I'm opening which has got one column common. So I had opened, the other one was test customer data, test product. It hasn't got any record. By the way, product ID, product name, description. So okay, so let me add a record just quickly over here. Product ID, it has to be, let's say this one. So now what I'll try and do is I'll try and join these two repo data, and the end result should be that if I access this, sorry, this table. So the customer ID is this. I want to have the data from other table against this customer ID. So because this is common over here, if you see this customer ID is unique over here and same is over here. It's called product ID over here. That's a different thing. But
Okay.
with the help of these two tables, I would be able to get the product name. Let's try and do that. Okay. That is what
Okay.
joins are used for. So let's go back to our joins. So different type of joins. Let me go and write it somewhere. Copy paste it. I'm just trying to frame my query based on it. Okay. So select order. So these are two tables, orders and customer. I think it is orders and customers. Yes. So what this is a typical example. This is a typical example of doing a join, inner join. Inner join is basically overlapping records or common records. Okay, that is inner for your reference. So what we are doing is, if you see, select order.order ID. So one is order, one is customer. Two tables are involved, and we are trying to do joins. So what it's effectively saying is, select this column from orders table, order ID column, from customer table, customer name, from order table, order date. Okay, these are the columns that are fetching from those respective tables. From orders, inner join customer on, we are doing inner join with the customer table, of course order and customer table, these two. What is the unique reference point based on which we can do that? Order.customer ID is customer.customer ID. So this is the common field in both the tables based on which you are doing joins. So if you want to replicate the same thing in our structure, the table, this query will look something like this. I'll just quickly create it over here for you. So what is the test customer data? Okay, test customer data, first name. No, I want to have, okay, we'll write everything. Where is that SQL? Yeah, select our table is test customer data dot first. Is everybody following me, or just I'm in my own world?
No,
Yep, yep.
we are listening.
We are listening.
Actually, it's sort of type of interesting. So we are also brainstorming over here.
Oh, okay. So this is basically, we are extracting data out of data relationships. Remember? So I'm just,
Yeah.
Yep.
for simplicity, I'm just extracting one value.
So the common field
Should be unique.
which should be in both the tables. It does not necessarily have to be the primary key, right?
It
Could
has to
be.
be. I'll tell you why. Then there would be problem. Then, for example, what the problem would be if in this example, if customer ID for one customer ID, there could be if there is no one-to-one match, how you will get one record out of it? There could be multiple records that can be fetched. Understood?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
So there would be no uniqueness in that data.
So, but
So
it does not necessarily have to be primary, right? If I have two fields like employee number
mhm.
and a customer key, both are unique,
Mhm.
right? So I can, an
Choose.
employee ID is the primary key, but I can make an inner join on the customer key, right? So that would also be unique.
If correct, if that is unique, yes. I mean, uniqueness is there. Primary key is actually reflects uniqueness, but yes, you have a point over here. So test product dot, let's say product name, test product. You are enjoying? Is everybody enjoying, or they are getting bored and they are
Yep.
No.
okay?
Okay.
So test customer data inner join. What is the other one? Test products, in which test customer data dot, what was the name of that field? Test customer data, customer id equals, what is the name of that table? Test product, and test product is, what is the product, other product id wallet, starting from this number. If this is the, I'm providing this customer id, and then I'm mapping this customer id with this product id and fetching this value,
Okay.
because these two have a common column as product id or customer id, whatever it is called. So this is the query that will look like: select test product dot product name. This is the column that I'm fetching from this data, inner join with this, both the tables on, and this is the important thing, referencing. So test customer data customer id equals test product id. So this is the common link over here, the bridge between these two tables. So that's how you will write a inner join query.
Can we change the position of the test product dot production and reverse it, like select production dot test product? So will it change the result?
Which one? Where do you want to change it?
The top one, select test product dot production.
Correct. So what do you want to make it as?
Reverse means product name dot test product.
No, no. So that won't work. So what we are trying to do is over here, test product is the name of the table, and this is the name of the column for that particular table. So that is what it is. This is table. This is column name. Over here as well.
Okay.
This is table. This is column name for that table. This is table. This is column
Okay.
name. It's column name. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes. So I'll be making sure that I'll be charging extra for SQL this time.
Hijack.
Programming.
Yo. Okay, so that is what I wanted to cover in a nutshell, SQL and how it can be business wise and utilized. See, what I'll stress is, first of all, try and understand what all use cases that we have there, and you can actually go on to Google and actually see how to write those queries. It's not a big deal. Okay, of course you should learn it. I'm not saying, but from a business perspective, you shouldn't put too much of head around it. You understand what you need to do, and then from there on, you can Google those queries and learn to do that. Okay,
Okay.
so this is one of the things that I actually do. I mean, I don't do complex queries, to be honest. I do simple queries, but then if there is a requirement from a client, I actually just Google it around, see how it's done, and create a query out of it. And that's how I do actually. So it depends on the need basis. Okay. So that's it from my side, guys. Have a nice
Thanks,
day.
Pankaj.
Ciao. Hopefully you
Good
get
night.
some cake leftovers. Good night. Thank you.